So there's a logic to that. The sides are the easiest to take control of with a minimum number of moves. That's why we go after the corners first.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Which app do you play on?
Uh, it's just Go game. Then I today downloaded the one recommended on the WhatsApp. Uh, I played against the bots, but as you recommended, I would be stopping that.
Yeah, I can see at least you have some basics down.
Right.
And now black is coming for the attack. At this point, one other go saying is very important. Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house.
Oh,
So
okay.
there
Okay.
are many go sayings. If you try to follow them, you'll automatically become a good player.
Okay.
So what that basically means is, if you're weak somewhere, don't try to attack. First, make yourself stronger.
Right.
And after the game, then we can go over what I meant by that.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So one thing we never do is play on the edges. At least not till the game is almost over.
So is it a 3 minute game for each player?
Time increments every time you make a move.
Okay. Okay.
That's called a Fisher clock. Okay, can you describe in one line what is the point of the game? Either of you.
Is to capture most as much as territory as possible.
Correct. Correct. That's the perfect answer.
So I have a basic doubt. So while deciding like how much capture territory is captured, do you have to go the calculating via intersection, or you can move diagonally as well for just for the calculation of the territory?
I didn't get you.
Okay, so maybe like at the end, I will ask it again.
So this early in the game, you can only estimate what is probably yours and what is probably his. As the game starts ending, then you know whose areas who's for sure. So what happened just now is you created too many cutting points. That's something that will make you weaker all across the board. So we'll come to what cutting points are later.
Right.
10, 9, I messed up.
If either side thinks that it's a gone case, they can always resign. So resigning is the honorable thing to do.
Okay. Okay.
Like in chess, you wouldn't
Right.
keep playing when the other side has three queen, then you have one pawn.
Right. 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 Yeah, it's Black wins. Okay.
Okay, so white had a chance even till the end. So let me share my screen and we can review.
I think F5, maybe.
Yep, yep. If white had played f5, then black was in a little bit of trouble. Okay, you can see my screen.
yeah.
Okay, so till here it's fine. We are going by the principles of first corners, and since it's such a small board, everything is a corner. Okay, now this is the first place where black starts his attack. So what is black trying to do here? Shurume white was saying that white wants all of this area. Now black says that black will try to punch a hole in here.
Mm-hmm.
So if this succeeds, what will white have remaining? Maybe this part and maybe some of this. So Go is a game of compromise. You give up something, you take something, and you're happy if you take a little bit more. Because in the end, even half point is a victory.
Mm-hmm.
So what I
Mm-hmm.
said was, at this point, make sure that you're strong before you start attacking.
Okay. Okay.
So now if we see white groups, so let's label this as group A and that's group B. How many stones does each group have?
Three.
Group A
And
has two stones and group B has one stone. Therefore, we can say that group B is weaker. How can we make group B stronger? By adding more stones to it. So probably the one of the best moves could be something like this. Now, what is White saying over here? White is saying that this is mine, this is mine, and if this
mm,
stone wants to survive, it now has to run towards its friends. So now you're forcing black to respond something like this.
mm,
So this
right.
is a good enough compromise.
Mm, mm,
And what other things can white do? White can still keep pushing under black over here.
okay. Okay. Okay.
So at this point, we never play at the. Just one sec.
Hey,
Hello, hello, hello. ऊपर आ जा मेरा मीटिंग चल रहा है. ठीक है. So we never play at the edge like this. Why? Because it does not give you anything. If you play, since you play at this edge, what territory is it giving you? Nothing.
mm,
How is this becoming stronger? You are not capturing any territory under yourself, therefore you're not gaining anything. So that's bad. Which is why I prefer this much more. You're gaining territory and you're also giving a very close friend to this stone. So
okay.
now, same way. Now what's black doing here? So over here black is alone. Now
Yeah.
black wants to have some friends with him. So black has two major choices. Either black can run back towards there or he can try to go under white and take some of what should have been white's territory. So black is going under white. So this is called a knight's move. Okay, this is sort of an attacking move if you know what you're doing. So what we call this thing is this is an elephant's move. This is the elephant's eye. This is a bit
Mm.
risky because blacks can always play inside here and make sure your stones get disconnected.
Yeah.
So even in chess, if you remember, if you have a wall of pawns, they are always much stronger than isolated pawns around the place.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So
Right.
same thing over here, you do not want your stones to get isolated. This is a very good way to get isolated stones or groups.
Okay.
So now what's black doing here? Black is saying, fine, you want to push in, you can push in, but I'm making sure that this is my territory.
Mm.
Why is black doing that? Black doesn't mind that you're pushing in because black is sure he'll get this and he'll get some of this. And that's all he needs to win. He doesn't really need to capture you any place.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I think game was pretty much done at this point, I guess.
Almost. You had some chances later on, which we will see. So this is called a cut. You are trying to separate this group from this group. And the more you can separate the opponent's groups, that's more better for you because you can then attack the weaker one.
Yeah.
Alright, now we come to cutting points. Black can cut you apart here and he can cut you apart here. Unfortunately, you can only do one turn at a time, so you can only protect one of these things.
Yeah.
So try not to make cutting points. Maybe a slightly stronger move could have been this, or maybe
Mm.
this. So even if black cuts you off here, black himself is also a bit cut off. So यहाँ पर you have two black groups, यहाँ पर you have two white groups.
Mm.
So the fight is sort of even.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Over here again, a decent move would have been protect your cut. Make sure
Mm.
he can't chop you up again. Over here now he has chopped you up.
Right.
You have two stones in Atari. Atari means
Yeah.
groups that are one stone away from being captured.
Yeah.
And he can capture any one of them when he wants.
Yeah.
One is
Mm.
protected and he thinks that he can capture this whenever he wants. So उसको तो जल्दी नहीं है.
Yeah.
So now instead now he is capturing more territory under your stones.
Mm.
So this is trying to disconnect his stone, which is a good idea. Yeah, so at this point, good move for white would have been cut him apart. He has a cut point, use it.
Mm.
Now what does black have to do to try not to get captured? Only move he can do. Now what would white play? Either of you can answer. If you were white, what would you play?
Sense make to like fail the center point first.
Now there
So
is one best move that white can do right now. White could do this.
okay.
Now this black stones are in Atari again.
Mm. All right. Yeah.
Now no matter what black does, if white captures this, white what has white gained? This is connected to this, is connected to this, is connected to this.
Mm.
And all of this black is totally isolated, that's as good as captured.
Yeah.
So over here it could have been an even game again.
Mm. Mm. Right. Right. Right.
मेरे को बहुत लेट दिखाई दिया वो F5 वाला। यहाँ पर भी नहीं, मैं H2 खेलता नहीं था, मुझे बिल्कुल खेलने के बाद रियलाइज हुआ।
Right. So till here, white still had that opportunity. अब यहाँ पर no more chance. Why not?
Mm.
If white tries to do that, black can capture this anytime.
Yeah.
So over here I said that let's call it game.
Yeah.
But if black had done anything else, white still had a chance to cut this and capture the whole corner.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Okay. Makes sense. So one of a doubt I have is, कि let's say while now we are counting territories,
Hmm.
uh, while counting territories, like if how much territory white has, yeah, फिर how much territory black has.
Right.
So uh, what does the connection of stones mean? Does it do I have to go intersection to intersection, or while counting territories I can go diagonally?
You just count how much area you have. So let's say right. Um, so let's take a proper game. Too early. Take it. So over here, what could one say? So we would say that this is all black area. We would say
Okay.
that this is white area.
So the first black area that you have marked, it is not closed, right? It is open till
Yes.
9. It's T9. T9 पे तो open है वो, so it's not.
Yes. So this is
It's not.
an approximation. So if white were to play here, then थोड़ा a bit of area has been reduced.
Okay.
So
Okay.
let's say right now, if white didn't play that, then black would have 8 points in here. If white has played this, then black probably has 6 points in this. So perfect counting is hard to do till the game has ended.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Okay.
So same way for this left side. This is all white's area.
Got it.
The only thing that remains to be checked is if black gets this 1 point or not.
Mm. And what would be the case at C19? So would it be a black's point or not?
So over here we know that blacks can either do this and it would end up like this, or if white gets to play there first, white would do this and black would do this. So
Mm.
again, there is 1 to 2 points of difference in the end game scoring. But generally, in your game, you would be counting in on a much larger scale. Like the left side white area, how much would you say that is? So probably 11 into 2. So that's about 22 points.
Mm. Mm. Okay. 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 Makes sense.
And 22 maybe plus minus 2. That's it. Same way you count everything on the board. Okay, like if you want to make some estimations over here, what can we say? So let's say white probably has this area. So how much is that? About 5 plus 5 plus 5. So that's about 15 points.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Over here, white has about 6 points. Assuming that white gets to play here, then white probably has this much also. How much would that be? That's about 3 into 13. So that's about 40 points.
Mm.
So during the game, it's a useful skill to have to be able to count how much territory you have
Right.
fast.
Right. All right. Okay. Okay. Okay.
And after you get to the FDK level, then it will become useful because then you know that should you be attacking or should you be defending.
Mm.
So let's say black managed to kill all of this white. Then what does black have? Black probably has this much area.
Mm.
And how much would that be? That's about 8 into 10 plus another 15.
Right. 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 So at the end of the game, let's say that black has a continuous connection between the area that you have just marked right now, and there are few two odd white pieces still in the captured zone in that territory. So would that still mean that it is black's territory, even if there are few odd white stones in the end.
So how the game ends is when we both pass. When we both pass, over here white is practically saying that I have accepted that these are captured.
Okay, okay, okay.
If white does not think they are captured, white will keep playing to prove that it is not captured.
Mm,
And that is what we call a living group. A living group is one that cannot be captured.
okay.
So example of a living group was something like this. Now no matter what black does, he cannot capture this white group. So in this corner, white gets 2 points.
That is a straightforward capture. So because it has a white surrounding without any black pieces in it.
So even if it was fully surrounded like this, it is not captured. It cannot be captured by black. So
Mm-hmm.
this
And
is
this.
worth 2 points.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So it's useless to surround White's territory, which he has already captured, uh, or the.
No. So you can reduce his area because that's the whole point of the game. So you could see over here. So white has a wall here. White has a wall here. What white want to do is to be able to build a wall like this.
Mm,
What does black want to do? Black will try to push
cut in.
this as low as possible.
Mm, mm, okay. Okay. Makes
So
sense.
there is another site called blacktoplay.com. So this is a good site where you get problems. Problems are called Sumego. So you can do these problems over here, and as you keep getting them correct, it keeps giving you harder and harder problems.
I think yeah, this would be a better start. Right
So
ones.
this so reading skills are something that you have to develop to keep getting better. Reading skills means how many moves ahead can you read.
Mm, okay.
So like over here it says beginner and black to play. Take both of you can try telling me the answer. This is
White cannot capture any space inside the black, so
so
white won't come inside. So it's better to go outside.
uh, so right now it is black's move. If black does not make the correct move, white may be able to capture the whole thing. So let's say if black plays somewhere else, he thinks that this is correct. White plays that. All of black is captured. So what could black play right now? If black does this, white plays here, and black has no more liberties left. So black is fully captured.
Okay.
If black says I will not play, what will you do? White will do this.
Yeah, it's
Black
still
says I'll capture you. White says I'll capture you back. Black says I'll again capture you. White says now I can capture you fully.
entirely. Hmm. Okay.
So what is the correct move for black here? To play this.
To close the eye or
Now what what can we say here? Black has two eyes, eye number one and eye number two. Because white cannot play in either of those places and do something.
it's a suicide move, right? Like it
Yeah.
gets. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So white can't play here or here, therefore black is alive.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Next problem, black to play. Black wants to try and capture some white stones. What would black play?
कोऑर्डिनेट्स नहीं कोऑर्डिनेट
Coordinates.
वहां पे हो जाता है शायद से टॉप राइट पे ठीक है
So where would black play?
B
Sorry?
B2.
Black plays b2. White plays this thing to avoid being captured. What will black play next?
To save his b1, right? To save the black.
b1 or this gets captured.
Yeah, yeah.
Black to play.
I think the best would be to c4.
c4.
No, no. Sorry, sorry. It's a suicide. Sorry.
So
Yeah.
can black play something to put white in Atari?
Yeah. It's h2, right?
Right. If black plays this,
H2.
this whole white group now only has one liberty left.
Right. Right.
And
Then it
black does this, captures
g1.
everything.
Yeah. So, yeah. 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 Mm. So,
Black to play.
A3.
White responds. Now what does black play?
you will have to save its black at a5, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, bit different. Black to play. Now the clue over here is how to prevent white from making two eyes. As long as white has one eye, it can be captured. Answers?
Uh, it would be even. I guess.
Okay. Let's say if black did not play even, what would happen? Black says, I'll try to surround him from the outside. White plays this. Now white has two eyes, D1 and this thing on the inside.
Right.
Black surrounds a bit more. Black can't play here, black can't play here. Therefore this white is now alive.
Right. Right. Right.
Black to play. So this is a very basic example of a capture erase. Count how many liberties do both of these groups have. How many liberties does the white group have?
One, two, three.
And the black group?
Black group has one, two, and three.
Right.
It is. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they both have the same number of liberties.
Yeah.
Therefore, who plays first can capture first.
Yeah.
But now what you play is also important.
Yeah. It's to play c3, I guess.
Next,
So what did white play after placing b?
white played b7.
Okay, b7. So he's consolidating his. Okay. Okay. What was his name?
what liberties does white have left?
What is uh, two liberties and
Okay, and which one should black fill first? Should black play this or should black play this? Let's say black fills up this liberty, what will happen?
yeah, so the white would go on to play d3 and it would be
White would play what?
d3 just
No.
uh, okay.
White would play a7 and capture all of black.
Arey, हाँ. Right, right, yeah,
Now, if black plays d3,
right. Then the white would
do that, and black will do this and capture all of white.
hmm, mhm,
So over here, what we call this c5 point is called a shared liberty, because black and white groups, both of them share this liberty.
mhm,
And
mhm,
as a general rule, during capturing races like this, shared liberties are filled at the end. First, try to fill up all of the outside liberties. Outside liberty, outside liberty, then shared liberty at the end.
hmm. Okay, makes sense.
Okay, black to play. We are into the 20Q zone now.
I think the most basic idea would be to cut off the connection
Where
of white. So it would be b8. Sorry,
b8
uh, c8. Sorry, c8.
here,
Yeah,
you're not cutting anything off. There's a better move. You have to capture some of white stones. Can you put something in Atari? If you don't know what you can put in Atari, first check out all the groups. Which group has two liberties? If any group has two liberties, means one move can put it into Atari.
right.
So how many groups does this group have liberties?
Yeah, it has two liberties.
No, no, this one. It has one, two, three.
Okay, okay, okay.
How many does this stone have? One, two, three. How much
Yeah,
does this stone have? One, two, three. That leaves this group.
okay, okay.
It has one and two liberties.
So how do you demarcate a group? So anyone which has a direct intersection contact as a is a group, right?
I just said connected stones are a group.
Okay, okay, okay. Hmm. Touching stones as a group, right?
And that's one definition. Later on, that will evolve.
So yeah, the topmost group has two liberties, and you can cut it off.
So how do you cut it off?
Is to place at b2 because if you place at b1, then
Correct.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Now we capture this.
yeah, yeah. Hmm. Okay, back to back. So
The
that's
final problem. This also has a special name. So same question as before. What can you put into Atari?
hmm. So the middle group has only two liberties.
Right.
Yeah. So the c4 would be the most logical play.
If you play c4, he will play c3. plays c3, then all of this is connected to the outside.
Yeah.
What else can
Okay.
you do?
So if you play c3, he can play c4 and capture the black stone,
Correct.
right?
Then
c3 and
try to visualize it.
yeah, yeah.
If you play c3, he plays c4, then capture it. Then what happens?
That groups get disconnected. Uh,
Now what does black play? How many liberties does the center group have?
it has one single liberty.
Right? So it's an Atari, and you capture it.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, so I'm not able to visualize this part.
Right, that comes with practice. The more you play, the more you can visualize.
Right,
So
right.
this thing has a certain name. It's called snapback.
Hmm. So this is a compromise
No, it's not a
that
compromise. You are totally capturing him this way. You play this, and no matter what he does, you put him into Atari and you capture this. So this kind of a sequence is called a snapback.
okay, okay, makes sense. Okay.
Okay, now you can go to this site, keep a tab open on your phone whenever you're free. Instead of playing a game versus the AI, try to do these problems instead.
Yeah, yeah. Right, right.
Because of play more games, play against people on the DDK group. You can play correspondence if you can't get a live game.
So it's on the DDK group, the Telegram group, or the WhatsApp one.
The WhatsApp one is the DDK group.
Okay,
So DDK means double digit queue. So anybody who's 11Q and weaker is a DDK.
okay, 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 okay.
SDK becomes single digit queue.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. ठीक है. Okay, so I would, so the starting is at 30K, right? So
Technically 20K. Nobody is that weak. Once you know the rules, you become a 20K.
okay, okay, okay.
Okay, so play more games and then we can review them next week.
Sure, sure, sure. Thanks a lot, Karan. काफी सही लगता है. Yeah, when you play against someone and with someone to moderate, तो
यहाँ पर play against Copper. Copper को give him maybe 2 or 3 handicap on a 9x9 board. Once he starts winning, then give him a lesser handicap and keep playing.
Okay, send me a correspond. I will send you a correspondence.
Yeah. Start with 3 handicap for him. When he wins, then 2 handicap, and then just give him Komi.
Handicap स्टार पॉइंट्स पे जाता है ना.
That's automatic. When you send an invite, you can set handicap when the game starts. It's
Okay.
one of the options.
okay, okay, sure.
Chalo then, bye bye till next week.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Karan. Thanks.
Chalo bye.